Tayal from Energetica, India. Hi, this is Manu Tayal from Energetica, India, and today we are here at REI 2022, and with us is Mr. Anil Gupta, who is going to be soon CEO of Adani Solar, and Mr. Rahul Bhutiani, Head Sales and Marketing from Adani Solar. Hi sir, how are you?
Hello, I am very fine. How are you?
Fine sir, thank you so much and congratulations also.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir, first of all I would like to know how is the response during your REI?
Yeah, it's been this is I think after a long period of the COVID where there was a gap and we couldn't do these events. This is the first true event where physically participation has happened. So what we are seeing is a good turnout. Yesterday it was a very heavy rush. A lot of people, it's very good conversations we've been having in this event. So I think it's good times again. We are back to pre-COVID days, and that is good for the country and for all of us.
Have you created some deals also here?
Deals, obviously, a lot of inquiries, lot of serious discussions have been happening. But as you know, this is not the platform where you actually do deals, you just announce them. So all that we can say is that we've had a very good last few months where we've been able to book some long-term orders for the company, and we are just continuing that trend here at REI also.
Sir, you are taking care of Adani for a long time. So now you are looking for solar segment as well. So as a group, what is your perspective and plans?
I am with the group since last 14 years, and now that I am going to look after Adani Solar starting from 1st October. See, the whole idea of putting solar into manufacturing with us is to create business pipeline for ourselves. We have been in Adani Green Energy creating a lot of generation projects, and since we were wanting to have a reliability of module supply for us, so that is where we started manufacturing. But now that we are seeing there are a lot of demands coming up, so we want to integrate the entire ecosystem wherein we make modules, supply it for our self-consumption, give it to domestic market, also give it to export. And we are also putting up hydrogen electrolyzer, wherein we have lot of demand for power generation. So to create green hydrogen, this would be one of the input to that. So that is how we are into module manufacturing, and this would be a complete ecosystem wherein we would be integrating it with cell line, with ingot wafers, polysilicon, MG silicon, and also all the ancillaries, including our glass manufacturing, EVA, backsheet, frame, and likewise. So that is how we are thinking very big, and we want to grow with the growth of the country, wherein we see this as a sector coming up, and definitely we want to contribute for the nation.
Adani no doubt has a great contribution in the country's renewable energy sector. Now sir, can you tell us about your manufacturing facility and how you take the things towards backward integration?
Adani Solar has the manufacturing facilities at Mundra in Gujarat. We've been operating since 2015. Currently we are at about 2 gigawatts of integrated cell and module. We've just expanded and we will be about 4 gigawatts by June 23. We're also realizing that there are so many supply chain constraints that we want to remove all those supply chain constraints and make it completely integrated within our own country. So that we can, in some ways contribute to the country's energy security dream. So we are creating a very integrated, like Mr. Gupta shared with you, we are creating an integrated, vertically integrated supply chain for the solar modules, right, starting from MG silica right up to modules. So all the steps within the process, we will have 10 gigawatts of integrated capacity all through. Additionally, in the same geography, we will have ancillary units which will contribute with the respective materials that go into module making, like glass, aluminum frame, EVA backsheet, POE, Even we are even setting up a tracker facility in the same premises. So all this will put together, create a fully integrated ecosystem in one location. So you can say it is like the auto manufacturing system, where when the mother auto manufacturer comes in place, all the ancillary units come around it. We are trying to replicate that same model for solar manufacturing, and I would hazard a guess that we would be maybe one of the only such manufacturing facilities in the world where you have not only the backward integration, complete vertical integration, but you also have all the ecosystem to support this integration.
So this, how much time do you feel it will take time?
By June 25, we should be ready with our integrated capacity.
See, this is all going to come progressively. Today we already had a manufacturing capacity of 2 gigawatt. Another 2 gigawatt line would be added by next year July, and thereafter we would add another 6 gigawatt progressively by July 25. And this is module and cell lines, and also the ingot wafer polysilicon. Everything has to start together, and by July 25 we have announced that we would be completing our complete ecosystem ready. Not only the module and polysilicon to module line, but including all the ancillaries. So July 25 is what I am seeing, that we should be in the market to deliver complete 10 gigawatt progressively, of course.
How much investment you are expecting in this?
See, it will be a very significant investment. Our chairman has very recently announced that we will be investing about $70 billion towards the renewable energy sector manufacturing. So this will include 3 gigafactories, one for solar, one for wind, and the other for hydrogen electrolyzers. So that $70 billion is a huge investment that we are making, and a decent chunk, significant chunk of that is towards solar manufacturing too. Because it's going to be fully integrated, right from MG Silica to module. So all of the facilities we will be putting at one geographic location, which is close to our Mundra port. So gives us an advantage even when we look at exports, because it's very close to Mundra port, and it gives a strategic advantage there.
When we come to the exports, can you please brief us in which markets you are currently working, and what are the other markets you are looking for?
So currently, our exports are oriented towards primarily USA. We've got a good pipeline. We've booked orders of about 1.5 gigawatts in exports to the US, which will be delivered in the next 12 months. We want to obviously develop other markets to be able to diversify our marketing, and we are looking aggressively at Europe as a market to develop. At some point in time, we want to have a very healthy mix. When we are at 10 gigawatts, we want to have a healthy mix of our sales pipeline. So we will have, let's say, captive consumption as one of the pillars of our, consumption. Then we want to have domestic market as another key segment, where we serve the domestic market, we serve India and its needs, so that we can help achieve the dream of energy security for the country. And of course look at exports to take Indian products to maybe the developed markets, and to prove to them that we are rare at cutting edge technology, and we can provide products which deliver not only today's requirement but for the next 30 years, because our products now have warranties of 30 years.
As you are currently exporting as well and working in domestic market as well, which market you most like to prefer and work in easily in terms of policy terms?
See, policy in the Indian market, the government has been very supportive. Not only has it given policies which encourage local manufacturing, but also created policies which encourage local demand for locally manufactured products. Right? So domestic market is a very important market for us. We are definitely focused on ensuring that we give enough product and right product mix for the domestic market. Exports becomes one of the pillars for us in terms of the sales pipeline, and we are looking at, like I said, USA is currently the preferred market, but we are also looking at Europe, and we believe it will evolve and become one relevant market for us in coming future.
How much percentage of your production you consume in yourself, and how much you export?
So as on date, all the projects have their own completion deadlines, right? So there are going to be projects, and these projects are long gestation projects. You don't, I mean, it's not like you take a product and you just install it tomorrow. So there are projects which take a year to complete, 2 years to complete. So depending on the requirement of each project, we assign capacities to our captive consumption, and balance capacities we make it available to domestic and export markets. So once we have reached the 10 gigawatt integrated capacity, our ideal combination of different market segments would mean about 50% captive consumption, 25% domestic demand, and 25% export. So then it will be a very healthy mix of markets and demand that we create.
Do you also face price pressure?
See, there will always be pricing issues, and it is rightly so. Every customer has the right to seek the best price. What we really want to do is not get into a price war. We've always segregated ourselves from that, and we believe that building a brand and sustaining it and offering the best product and the best customer service deserves a better pricing, and we continue to demand that and receive it also. So we've consciously stayed away from a price war and built out on our strengths, which is good product quality, good customer service, and offering a brand which has the sustenance to be around for 30 years, during which the warranty is valid. So that's our USP, and that's what we'll play on. We may be slightly premium, but that's what I think a brand should get and should demand.
Price pressure in Indian market and in US market, as which is more?
Interesting question. See, it's not about pricing all the time. Most customers believe that they want to work with brands that give them the comfort and confidence that they will deliver on what they commit. So last few years, when we had these supply constraints and we had a lot of disruption in the supply chain, a lot of brands have not been able to meet up to their commitments, which has made larger customers very wary of working with brands where they don't get the confidence of delivery, of confidence of meeting their commitments. So as long as you are able to give that confidence to customer, I think pricing pressure is secondary then. People are more interested in working with brands where they feel confident that whatever is being said, whatever is being promised will be delivered, will be honored. And that's what I think Adani as a brand is able to offer to the world at large, that whatever we tell you today, whatever we sign up for, we will ensure that we meet that commitment and we will deliver on it. And that is what allows us to be, immune from the pricing pressures and the price negotiations to a large extent.
After COVID, as we all know, US Fed is increasing the rates, interest rates, and which is also impacted our Indian rupee also. So how do you deal with that? What kind of impact is this on your business?
See, from a solar manufacturer standpoint, dollar rate impact is primarily for our domestic sales. So because I will import some of the raw materials, as on date I'm not fully integrated. So I have to import a lot of raw material from outside the country, and for that I have to make payments in dollars. But I have to sell in Indian rupees because it's a domestic demand. So there is where we have a gap, and we realize that it's very difficult to hedge this risk of dollar movement. So some of it we absorb, some of it we pass on to the customers, to the end customers. But in exports we have a natural hedge, because you're importing and you're exporting in dollars. So that becomes a natural hedge. So with a decent export pipeline, we are able to manage this dollar fluctuation very effectively and reduce the impact on the domestic market.
As you said, it will balance rupee depreciation, import-export balance. I have talked to other domestic manufacturers as well. They are preferring right now in exporting as compared to dealing in the domestic market. Why is this so happening?
Like I said, it's a matter of the natural hedge. You are importing products, raw materials, you pay in dollars. When you export, you get dollars. So you have ability to balance out that dollar rate. If you sell in domestic, you will earn in Indian rupees, but you will pay in dollars. So there will be that hedge that you will need to create. But in case of export and import, there is a natural hedge. Whatever you are importing, more than that you will be exporting. So that is why some players have consciously moved only to exports. We believe that's not the right approach or the right strategy, because domestic market is as important to continue to serve more, not only as a business segment but also as a nationalist approach, where we want to ensure that our country is not our country is benefited from whatever local manufacturing that we are creating. So to ensure we meet and align ourselves with the dream of our Prime Minister, where he said we want the company to be energy secure and to reach a certain level of zero carbon emissions. This is required, and our belief is that as a group that is aligned to national interest, we will continue to support the domestic market, and simultaneously, as a business priority, we will also look at some exports to ensure that we are able to balance out these fluctuations.
So, as a group scenario, I just wanted to know how this Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative is going on in the renewables. How it has changed the country's perspective.
See, as long as we were earlier depending upon the requirement of these modules and other requirement for this solar industry, we were all dependent on China to get all our material, and now we have seen lot of restrictions, we have seen a lot of backouts from the China suppliers. And of late, since we are also into generation, we have seen lot of our projects are stalled for last few months, where we are unable to make any progress. So we have to someday or the other has to start manufacturing within our country if we have to meet to the expectations of the government. And this country sooner or later has to have their own manufacturing facilities. Good that this government is supporting the manufacturing facilities in the country. Our idea is that just like we are making the manufacturing setup, there are so many other players who are also setting up this, and the demands would start getting met from within the country, and that would boost this sector, and that is what is required at this point of time to have the energy security. And I think this is going to be a very, very big step, wherein the manufacturing setup is coming in the country, and it would be a secured pipeline for this industry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time.